Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. Today's look is going to be a soft, classy and deeply traditional because we are doing a full glam on this gorgeous model right here. So she's going to be serving us elegance with her gele. Okay, so and this entire look is going to be given wife material, signed, sealed and delivered. But before we get into this step, I just want to open up a little bit. I know I have been off YouTube for a while, and the truth is life hit me really hard as a single mom trying to keep up with bills, life, motherhood, and this passion I have for makeup. It's not easy. I've had silent breakdowns, quiet comeback, and I'm still healing. But I'm back now, and this video isn't just a content, it's a testimony. So let's get right into this gorgeous glam. So firstly, I already started by prepping her skin for this bridal glam. You know, your skin has to feel like velvet for you to even, before you even touch foundation, you know. So I already hydrated her skin. I actually cleanse, hydrate, moisturize, and I'm actually priming her skin right now. You can see that I'm using the fan to make sure that I dry up every step of that skin prep. So I'm going into foundation and I'm using two shades, one from Micellar Tilbury and the other from Estée Lauder. I'm going to put it in the description box. You can see how the tone matched perfectly for that skin, like no lines, the finishing, no gray cast, just rich chocolatey glow, you know. ah like I just love how it melts into our skin, and I'm going to be setting that foundation and locking in moisture with the melanin setting spray, and I'm going right into contour. So this step, I'm bringing out her natural bone structure, you know, is giving born ready for marriage. So I'm going to keep it soft but defined. Definitely no harsh lines because we serve zero harsh lines here, girl. Zero harsh lines. And next up, I'm trying to push in that contour into her skin using my dark cosmetic beauty blender, and I'll be going in to apply her blush. This is my go-to shade for bridal glam. It's very feminine. It's very camera friendly, you know. Blush is that final touch that reminds you the bride is glowing from within. So I'm going right into concealer. I'm using for my Born This Way, I think. Oh yeah, Born This Way concealer. I can't actually remember the shade, but I'll put it in the description box. You know, so I'm just applying it where my highlight is supposed to be, you know, so the area that light is actually going to be hitting our skin to give our face that perfect structure. So right now I'm trying to blend the concealer carefully into her skin. You don't have to rush this step. This is where the face starts to come alive, if I must say. So you have to take your time to make sure that you blend that concealer properly, you know, and try as much as possible to be really light-handed about it. You see that I'm trying to create a wing as I'm blending that concealer, so I'm just winging it to the outer corner of her eyes. Right now I'm contouring her nose using my black opal stick foundation. I can't actually remember the shade, sorry guys, but I'm going to leave it in the description box. Right now I'm going to set that concealer, but before I do that, I actually added a lighter shade of concealer to, I wanted under the eyes to look a little brighter, especially the inner corners of our eyes, and I'm going to set. I'm just using a little setting spray. Sorry. I'm using a little setting powder. So if you don't have setting powder, you can actually use your compact powder. Get, but I will go for something that is more smooth. So if you have a compact powder that is really smooth, I would advise, I can say, okay, you can use a Tilbury, you can use your Sephora, you can use your MAC cosmetic powder, you can use your Cambodia. I mean, how did they pronounce it? You know, these are powders that, you know, you can use under your eyes, and you know, it's going to give you that seamless finish. You can see under our eyes, if you zoom in, you see how flawless it's looking. That is the idea. You don't have to um have that creasing line under our eyes, you know, with the right technique. If you see, when I was doing that, I actually told her to like drag our face downwards, you know, so we could get that smooth finish under the eyes when you are setting your concealer, you know. So I'll be going in to set all over our face, you know, setting all the cream product that I use, like the contour, setting her blush, you know. You have to set, if you are going for, whether you are going for a dewy look or whether you are going for a matte look, it is advisable that you set every cream product. Is advisable. That's what I'd advise anyway. So let me not go and say the one that people before they start dragging me, but yeah, that's what I would do. You get, I would set all the cream products that I used, you know, to make sure that the face looks dry. At the same time, even if I'm going for a what they call a dewy look, I'm just going to depend on the value meaning the amount of powder that I'm going to use on her face. So right now I'm just using my Annie's Beauty blush palette to add, you know, or to set her blush. Then I'm going in with my Fendi Beauty powder and my MAC cosmetic powder. I think the MAC cosmetic is in the shade dark. I can't actually remember that for Fenty. I'm going to put it in the description box below. So I'm setting all over her face, especially the area where I had um, foundation. So now I'll be going into baking, and that is baking basically. How am I even going to explain this now? Because most of the time people mistake baking and setting, right? So baking helps you to um extract the excess oil around that area of the face, right? So if you want the under eyes to actually look really flawless and seamless, I'll advise that you go for baking, because it's going to help. So you can bake for a little while, you don't have to leave it for so long. So before you, if you are going to be doing your skin work, so before you are done with like your brows and your eyeshadow, is going to help you retain that freshness. I don't know if you guys actually understand what I mean. So next off, I'm going into her brows. You know, we already shaped them, so I'm just going to enhance her brows, clean, lifted, and you know, softly arched brows, nothing too draggy. It's a wedding, so we are not in a wrestling match, right? And I think um okay, not I think, if you guys want me to give you guys an updated video of my new brow technique, please let me know in the comment section. I'll be glad to do a video for you guys, because I know over the years my technique has really changed. If you've been following me, I'm sure you would, you know, say the same thing about my technique. It has changed, you know. and I really hope you guys are enjoying this video. Please, if you've watched up to this point, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please click on the subscribe button, turn on post notification, because your girl is definitely back. I'll be dropping content. I'm trying to make a promise here, because editing this video took a lot for me, but this is about accountability. This is about showing up even when I feel down, even when I'm tired. I'm still going to show up. So I'm going right into eyeshadow. You can see that I'm actually going back into my Annie's Beauty palette in Meet the Brown. This palette is just phenomenal, if I must say, because you can actually use it for a lot. You can use it on your face, you can use it on your eyes. Like, the shades are just magnificent, and it's actually affordable for the price. You can see that those three shades I have there, they're almost gone because I use it a lot. Like, this is one of the best palettes in my makeup box. And if you guys are interested in seeing other palettes, so just stay glued to my channel, so you can actually see when I review other palettes that I have in my box. Okay, so I'm just trying to give the eye a good lift, right? And I'm using that pink shade because I actually don't want the eyes to look pink, right? I'm trying to make it look like a soft brown, and a hint of gold shimmer, but I want to have that luxurious look. So I'm using the pink eyeshadow to reflect. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to say but I just want it to reflect from, you get, underneath the glitters. So it's not just going to be the glitters there, you're going to be seeing like the glitters, you're going to be seeing the shimmer, something like that, just to give you that luxurious vibe. So I'm going into her lips. For the lips, I chose a rich nude combo. I lined it with my Omaricode rich brown lip pencil. Then I think the pencil I used for the lip, for the middle part, was RLG Cosmetic. I can't actually remember the shade. I'm going to check for it. So I just want the lip to look really classy, at the same time soft. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Soft and not too hard. So okay, I just dust off the powder from my face. You can see how that place is still looking very, very fresh. It's not looking oily, it's still looking good. That is the idea of when you do a good bake. Okay, I'm going to set that face using my Morphe continuous spray. I really love this spray. I've been using it like for years. I don't even know which other spray I'm going to use, but I recommend it. It's a really, really nice spray. So for glow, I want to actually make the look not totally matte. So I'm going in with this dewy balm, and it's giving me that glow reflecting from, it's that glow that will be reflecting from inside the skin. Yeah, so everything will just melt in. That's the feeling that this dewy balm gives. So I'm using this mascara from Zaron Cosmetic. Is their volume, I think is their volume mascara. So I'm using it to mascara eyes, the lower lash. Then I'm trying to wrap her lashes, because her lashes are actually very thick. So I don't want to have my lashes, the strip lash I want to fix, I want to make sure that it's actually sitting properly on her eyes. So I'm kind of folding a natural lash inside, like folding them inside each other, so that the lashes will sit properly. You can see how good that lashes is sitting on her eyes. So I'm just using my So Pro glow dust, right? That's what they call it. I don't know the shade. I'll actually check for it. I'm just using it, and I'm adding it to give that extra glow, so the highlight's gonna be popping. So next up, I'm going to be glossing her lips. I used a dark brown, um I think it's CPD lip gloss. I don't know the shade, but it's a CPD brand. I use it to outline the lips. So to that rich brown, I want it to look like really, really rich. So I didn't want to use a clear gloss over it. I don't know if that makes sense. So if you're watching the video, you actually understand. And please don't forget to subscribe, guys. If you've watched the video up to this point, that means you're actually enjoying this video and you're actually learning something from this video. Yeah, I was going to say, please bear with me. I'll be giving quality content from time to time, so just bear with me for this video so you can see how beautiful she looks. Her face is looking good. So I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. This look means a lot to me. It's not just because of the glam, but because I finally showed up for myself again. So every woman out there juggling motherhood, life, healing, and passion, I see you and I pray for your strength and that never fails. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. More tutorials, more honest content, and more bridal glam is coming your way. Until next time, keep shining and keep holding on. Bye.